I had to deal with the 600-point Death Star in my backfield here. It ate lots of heavy flamers, and so I took a heavy flamer here, a heavy flamer and a bane cannon here. Bane cannon. It took a heavy flamer here and a heavy flamer from inside the unit, and the unit inside shooting. Rapid fire from them. It took a battle cannon, dual plasma cannons, a las cannon, and it took a manticore round from off screen, which you can't see, which enveloped multiple things over here. The result was the Seer Council died to a man except for the Farseer, who failed his morale check and then rerolled it with a golden and passed.
This was part of a rules discussion we had that we were trying to figure out if he reverted to an independent character, and if not, if he was still considered part of the unit, was he still covered by the unit's benefits, which we decided for this point that he was yeah. Both part of the unit and covered by their benefits till the end of the turn.
Yeah. So I managed to immobilize the Wave Serpent here, which had vector engine, so it landed safely. And the Manticore Shell also blew the chem cannon off the Bane Wolf, and then had my Sentinels charge in, which managed to rip off the Shuriken catapults here, the friendly Shuriken, cannons, excuse me. And yeah, that was, my command squad, which is falling back here, managed to rapid fire these Swooping Hawks to death with their flak guns. The swirling melee here, his Warwalkers managed to cause 3 wounds, which I saved 2 of. So we got 1 guardsman. I swung back and melted bombs and missed both my attacks. I passed my leadership check, and Marbo charged the Wave Serpent with his lone melted bomb and rolled a 1 to hit.
Okay, so my turn was short and pretty useless. I managed to kill 1 more guy, despite hitting 4 times. I only wounded once. So that was a drawn combat. Here, the Farseer managed to immobilize and destroy the heavy flamer on the Chimera, and that's it. But he does keep that command squad running away. And the only good thing to happen the whole time is that frickin' Marbo is dead. That's it. That's the only thing.
So we had the Farseer left that was running amok here. I managed to wound him with combined fire from the tank and the one inside, and then my command squad, which is falling back, managed to rapid fire and kill him with plasma guns, splatted him. My Sentinels and flak tank all fired here, and then assaulted it. All they did was rip off the Shuriken catapults. My Bane Wolf is immobilized, and its heavy flamer can't really do anything to anybody. The Manticore fired its remaining rocket across the board at the Warp Hunter, and it did not do anything to it. So we had our combined assault here. Dan managed to pull down 2 more of my guardsmen who were not able to land any melt bomb shots, but their stubborn commissar kept them in the fight. And that was pretty much it. The battle tank also remained still and fired a plasma cannon, a las cannon, and a battle cannon at that remaining Wave Serpent in the back, and took off its star cannon. That was it.
My turn 4 was pretty minuscule. Pretty much all I managed to do was just continue combat here with the Warwalkers, wherein I managed to do 3 wounds, and they didn't break, so I didn't run them down. And other than that, I just repositioned my Wave Serpent a little bit. That was my turn.
So top of 5 here, I finally was able to destroy this Wave Serpent with another weapon destroyed, and then took it out. I fired at the Warp Hunter to try and remove it completely, and I was also unable to remove it. I moved my command squad up here, my platoon command squad, to capture this objective, and moving this squad towards the other objective, and we're still fighting it out here, so that's it.
So this combat continued a little bit more. I did 2 more wounds. They failed their initial break test, so Festus Commissar had to execute the next officer in line. Gave me 1 extra wound against the squad, but they still passed their leadership the second time. So that battle continues to be a draw. And then here we have this objective, which my Storm Guardians moved on to enforce. They flamered and did a ton of damage to the veteran squad that was moving towards it. The veteran squad broke and ran backwards, and the Wave Serpent then fired off its star engines to move forward and contest this spot. So now the game ends on a 1 or a 2.
Okay. So,
4. The game continues. So.
Successful round. I consider it kind of successful. I managed to destroy the Wave Serpent here that was contesting the objective. 3 more guys died over here that they held. I shot the battle cannon here. I shot the battle tank rather here, all its weapons, and I killed 4 of them. They went to ground, and that's it.
The Warwalkers managed to kill off another 2 guys. There's just Commissar who refuses to fail leadership test, and his buddy left, and my Guardians still hold this objective, and that's all I've got left. So the game ends on a 1, 2, or 3. That is a cock die. And the game ends.
All right.
Draw.
The draw. Good game.
Oh my god.
Bloody. We fought into a bloody draw. Bloody draw. He had left the Warwalker squad and Storm Guardian squad. I had left much more than that, but I couldn't get towards the objectives. He contested, he held one and I held one at the end of the game. So after taking it to the face on turn 1, that really, by turn 3 almost the entire army was destroyed. Which one of the things with the small elite armies is they really steal those bad or lucky rolls pretty quickly. But my MVP for the match, I would definitely say, was probably my Lehman Russ battle tank. That thing caused so much damage. I believe it stopped the. Let's see, it took out the Warp Hunter. It took out 6 members of the Seer Council, 1 round of shooting. It took out. I think a Wave Serpent, destroyed a Wave Serpent. It destroyed the Night Spinner, and I believe it killed some Swooping Hawks too. It didn't take them out, but it killed some. But yeah, so it totally made up its points, more than made up its points. Going forward, I need to figure out what I want to do with the Blob Squad. Anything that hits it that is high toughness or an armor value, it's tied up for the entire game. I had 3 Warwalkers tie up 30 guys for the entire game. That was less than 6 inches from the objective I needed to claim. Even with melted bombs the entire game, I rolled 1 6 and blew off 1 weapon on them. So yeah, definitely got to figure out what I want to do with them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Great game.
Okay, what is there left to say? I guess the man of the match for me would be the Warwalker unit. Because they managed to stop his command squad, break them, and then move into a 30-man blob that once they got set up on the objective, I would have had no way to really usher them off without sacrificing a unit to do it. So sacrificing them, they were a low-cost unit. The loss of the Warlock squad in 1 single turn was pretty harsh. They did manage to make their impact on the game when they obliterated a squad between their transport smashing into the back of a Chimera, and then they got to move in and wipe out all the survivors. So he had to immediately redeploy his whole force to deal with them, but even with fortune, they're just way too expensive for what they can actually do. But I'll still keep using them because people hate them, and I get a kick out of them. Outside of that, the Swooping Hawks managed to take down Valkyrie, which is a big moral victory for me. So in that sense, it's one of those things down. It's been a long, hard battle against those things. And the Swooping Hawks did it. And they probably would have been able to do much more damage had... he rolled real well for the damage, but I botched the armor roll to save them. I rolled 4 ones. Just killed off my own squad. They didn't really have enough guys to do a lot of damage. The next chance they had to assault the vehicle, they did, but they didn't manage to finish it off. In fact, they didn't do anything to it because there were only 3 of them, and I once again rolled poorly. So the swings of luck hit me a little bit early. I expected to start off the game with Eric going at me, and he did. He came on full force. I had things in as much cover as I could, but losing the Warp Hunter was actually a really big loss for me in the first turn, especially because his Valkyrie was already in my deployment zone and had already deployed a unit to run around in my backfield and make a mess. So I managed to survive probably better than I thought I would that first turn because I made a lot of cover saves. But the one loss I did take was the hardest one to take. And I'm sure Eric kind of feels the same way about the Valkyrie. I think even though he knew it could have died in that first turn, and probably would, there were other things he wanted to do with it. Losing the Guardian Squad to Marvo, that's to be expected. He got off his one shot, and it worked. And outside of that, he really didn't do much, but there really wasn't much left of my army. He killed one of my 2 scoring units with Horn Fiasco. That really, really hurt me over the game. And it was a great game. I was happy to be able to put up a challenge. If I got lucky and the game ended on a 5, I actually would have won it. To be able to put up a fight all the way to the end, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out.